good morning. And here we are again for another everyday Gung set. So, the last few days, well since Monday really, I've been picking a theme to play with during the course of the Gung set. So we've done Sung, the quality of releasing and letting go and relaxing through the body. Ting, the quality of listening and starting to know what's going on within the body. Yesterday we were playing with syncing, what it actually means to actually sink your energy down through the body. Now these are actually complicated concepts, although they're simple words like sung, release, ting, listening, knowing, syncing, they're actually really quite complex in terms of working out what it is you're doing. Not because they are particularly hard, but because you've got to go beyond a definition, a dictionary definition of a word, and actually bring it inside, internalize it, and start to really feel what's going on, what we mean by song, what we mean by ting, what's meant by sinking. It's not just, sinking means to take your energy down through your body. Okay, that's a definition, it's a reasonable definition. Now you know what sinking is, but how do you do it? So you have the technique of sinking, but then the method is how it's actually applied. The conditioning side of things is how you actually be, your physical condition. And a lot of this stuff is actually to do with how conditioned your body and your mind and your emotional state is. So when we're doing our Qigong and our Tai Chi, you're starting to condition your body in a different way. You're opening the body up. You're becoming more aware of what's going on within the body. You're learning what it means to have the mind intent taken down into the belly, into the dantian, if you like. You're starting to separate, differentiate between the physical form, the internal physical form, your qi, your shen, your yi, and how all of these things actually come together. So there again, another three terms: qi, energy, shen, spirit, yi, mind. What does that mean? So today, let's have a focus on our condition, our actual condition of how our body is, how our emotional state is, and how our mind is. So we can start off, feet shoulder width apart, and just really start to pay attention now to the soles of your feet. Let them spread out onto the floor. And start to breathe into the belly. So a lot of this, if you go back over the videos of the week, sounds very similar. Okay, so we're doing the same thing over and over again in order to develop these qualities within our body. So although the practice is very similar, it's becoming aware of the subtle differentiations between the different terminology and the different things they are. So then opening the ankles. Opening the calf muscles. Softening the knees. So we're really paying attention to the quality of our physical being, our emotional being, and our mental state. If your mind is bouncing around all over the place, this will be very difficult to do. But if you can calm the mind down so that you can come inside and be actually aware of what's going on, be present with everything, this becomes easier. So you're spreading the feet, softening the ankles, softening the calf muscles, opening the knees, and releasing the thighs so that the muscles, the meat just sort of comes to its natural dynamic tension, its natural state of being, so that the bones can float, okay, so that they just hang off the meat. Because we're alive, we're not dead. So therefore we have an animation to us. And then softening the hips. Opening the hip joints, letting the tailbone drop as though you're sitting down on a stool. Now, this is not about forcing the thighs into the ground and making yourself go really low so you're building up huge, great big powerful muscles in the thigh. This is about being aware of how the pelvis can level, the tailbone can drop and sink, and how that feels down through the legs, opening up down to the ground. By dropping the tailbone, your lower back can open. So you get the feeling of the lower back just releasing, relaxing and opening up. All the vertebrae just sort of just elongating slightly. It's not a huge, great big stretch. You're not forcing anything. You're just allowing things to happen and line up. Then the shoulders come back over the hips, so you're elongating the spine. And again, all the vertebrae are just elongating, stretching out. All the spine is stretching out. And the shoulders are coming to rest over the hips. So you're not leaning too far forward. You're not leaning back into attention. You're finding that sweet spot where the back feels straight and released. All the muscles are relaxed. And the shoulders can just rest comfortably in the sockets. So it might be your arms will come a little bit more forward. You just allow the body to move to find that comfort. You're looking for that quality of release, relaxation, quality of who you, of what you're actually being, how your body is actually being, and refining it so it becomes something that's nice, comfortable, sweet, if you like. And then again, softening the upper arms, the biceps and the triceps, so that the elbows can open. Softening the forearms so the wrists can open. And opening the hands, emptying the palms if you like. So you're softening the palms and the fingers. And then tuck the chin under. So you're raising the head as you tuck the chin. Suspend the head, drop the tailbone, feel the feet. So by doing all of this, you're looking to gain an understanding of how your body connects up all the way through. So it's not that everything's lined up and you're standing to attention and holding yourself tight, tense and rigid. It's how everything can connect up, how everything can work together and communicate and cooperate with each other. All the different parts of your body, they're all one part of a whole, but they're just as important. Each part is as important as every other part. And if one part isn't functioning properly, the rest of it will suffer. So we're refining the quality of who we be. So breathing into the belly now. Opening up, breathing out, closing down. So when we say closing down and opening up, it's like an expansion and a contraction, but without force. Just allow the body to move so that it keeps finding those comfortable positions, because the refining of the quality of who you are is actually a continual practice, because we already developed qualities of who we are by the way we've been moving, the way we stand, and how everything that we've been doing to date has developed internal qualities, whether we know it or not. And now we're refining those qualities so that it starts to work more efficiently and be better, more comfortably. Okay, so we're breathing in, the hands come up. Turn the palms over, take the hands up over the head. And then breathe out, let the hands circle down. So you might get a feeling of sinking now down through the legs as you breathe out. And as you breathe in, you get get a sense of the energy rising up. Don't worry if you don't, just feel the stretch and the release as you move and you breathe. Just becoming aware, allowing yourself to sink into your body, softening the mind. And just for now, we don't have to worry about anything external. We're not chasing thoughts. We're keeping our mind dropping down into the belly. One more. Breathing in, come up to the chest. Breathing out, push down, come to rest. Just take that moment just to readjust, find that comfort again. Look for the quality of your body. Where is it tense, tight and rigid? How can you let that go? Can you let the muscles melt? And breathing in, come up to the chest. Breathe out, left hand goes up, right hand down, sink down. And breathing in, come up. And breathe out, swap the hands. All the time paying attention to how the body is connecting up. Are you standing evenly on both feet? Are you sitting back against the spine? Are you breathing into the belly? Or are you caught tightly in the chest? In which case, adjust your shoulders, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. change. So the hands come back to the chest. And breathe out, just push the hands down gently. And everything come to rest. And again, just take stock. And then settling down onto your feet, connecting with the belly. Let the tailbone drop, chin tucked under. Sitting back against the spine, start to turn the waist so that the arms can swing. Now really let the arms go. Release them. Relax the waist. Again, we're refining the qualities through the body. Looking for those areas where things pop and click. Now it's not focusing on those areas that are, or concentrating on the areas that pop and click. It's allowing your mind to rest on those areas and ask for everything just to release and become its natural state, to become comfortable. So you're not trying to force anything here. Keeping the mind guarded in the belly. That's the term they use. What they mean is rest your mind in the tantien, in the center. And try and just allow it to stay there so it's not rushing around looking for what you're doing later or what you did yesterday or constructing shopping lists or anything along those lines. Just allow the mind just to rest, settle and sink. Becoming aware of the quality of your internal architecture, if you like, structure, how everything connects up, how everything can feel light and released. And if it's not feeling light and released, ask it. Ask it to soften. Allow your body to move and find the sweet spots. Now, of course, when you're first doing this, it's quite difficult to get the mind into the body because you are reconditioning your physical state. You're reconditioning your emotional state and reconditioning your mental state. So it's just a matter of practicing the exercises and being mindful of what's going on so that you can gain more awareness over time. So the action of Sung is the action of release, which is where we come inside and we look at releasing the body. The action of Ting is the listening to where the body is not happy, where it's not comfortable. And also becoming aware of that gives you knowledge and gives you the skill to start to release it further and become more aware of what's going on, which allows you to become more Sung, more relaxed, which allows you to become more aware, more listening ability, more Ting. That helps with your sinking as your body gets stronger and more comfortable doing this. And it's a different kind of strength because you're building from the inside out as opposed to the outside in. So there's nothing wrong with push-ups, sit-ups and running and all of that kind of stuff. And certainly for younger people, those kind of exercises are quite important as well. But it's also important to remember that there is an external side to building strength. And this is what they would class as core strength. So you're building internally. So it's from the inside out, which all helps to refine our physical, our emotional, our mental, and our spiritual condition, which in turn helps us to deal with the impacts of the external world, which we have no control over. Okay, but we find that we don't need control because with proper conditioning, proper training, with the mind getting involved, you can navigate much easier and you have more options available to you on how to deal with this stuff as it comes at you. And take the arms out to the side, and again you're using the turning of the waist to generate momentum up through and out through your fingertips. So switching the arms off, relaxing the arms totally. Use the waist, working around your centre, moving around your centre, sitting back against the spine into the pelvis, and feeling the ground under your feet. thing to say here is don't forget to breathe. So you're just letting your breathing fall into a nice regular pattern into the belly. And then we're going to change, so just let the hands come to rest, and we're going to go to rise and fall. So as you breathe in, you're opening up, expanding as the hands come up, and as you breathe out, sinking down, deflating if you like. So there's an expansion as you breathe in, and deflation as you breathe out. Again, now become aware how the body can move together. Using your breathing to inflate the balloon, fill the movement, and close. Change, turning the fingertips to the right, circling them round. Right hand in front of the face, left hand sinks down, and then just turn the waist to turn the hands around to the right. Swap the palms, turn the waist to bring the hands around to the left. Turn the palms, swap over, turn the waist. Again, sitting back against the spine, dropping the tailbone, tucking the chin, feeling the feet, using the waist to move and transfer momentum, and then the elbows just become a hinge and allow the hands to swap position. Try and get both hands to become like the opposite side of the circle, if you like. So your center is the circle and the hands are either side, like a flywheel, if you like, I suppose. It's a flywheel. Don't worry too much about that. Trying to get everything even and smooth. That's what I'm saying. Last one. And then just circle the lower hand up. Breathe out, pushing down. Close the hands over the belly. Left hand under right for men. Right hand under left for ladies. And again, feel your feet. Feel the ground under your feet. Tailbone drops, chin tucks in. Breathing into the belly, let the muscles release. Let the bones float. And just let the body move so you're comfortable. Find that comfort, but make sure it is actual comfort, not just familiarity. Okay. When we stand in our default position, the default position is what we've trained and conditioned over time. So we're now looking to find a different default position with a more refined internal condition of the body. So you've got to become aware of how you're standing and retrain, if you like. So you might stand normally on one side, lifting yourself up, in which case you've got contraction and expansion on opposite sides of the body. You want both sides of the body to be equal. And then bring the hands up, wheel the fingers at the ends of the arms. And bring the hands down, circling the hands at the ends of the arms. Change, just let yourself come to rest. Breathing in, coming up onto the toes. Breathe out, let yourself just drop. Breathe in, come up, opening up through the body. Breathing out, sinking down. One more. And relax. Give yourself a little shake. Ah, that was a fun session. I enjoyed that. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed this set. If you found it being a contribution to you, you can find ways and means to contribute to the school in order to allow us to keep doing and running these classes and keep doing what we do. And if you'd like to contribute to us, you could either head to our website at www.3dragonsonline.com and sign up for memberships and classes, or you can, if you'd rather go to Patreon and do it that way, if you're not worried about live classes, you're just quite happy with videos, then you can go onto our Patreon page, which is Patreon/PlayfulDragon. I'll put the links below, I think. Yes, I'll put the links below. Alternatively, if you don't want to sign up for subscriptions, there are t-shirts available and a whole range of different merchandise available. Cool stuff with our Three Dragons Dragon Warrior logo on, and there is another Dragon Warrior logo. You may have seen me wearing the other t-shirt. That's the other logo that's available at the moment, and if you'd like to go across to our shop, you can do that either through the Facebook page or through the website and find your way there. Any contributions will be greatly received, and it all helps to keep us doing what we're doing. If you have any questions, or you'd like to share any comments or insights, or you have any greater, deeper understanding of the things I talk about than I do, then please by all means leave your comments below, and I can review them, go through those and respond accordingly. Any other information that we get, if you wouldn't mind, we'd quite happily share anybody's insights into all of this, because it's great to get that information out there. It's all about refining our quality and becoming human, better people, greater people, the greatest people we can be. Yeah, that sounds cool. Anyway, again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.